Hey guys, welcome to another modification video. And today we are going to be putting a Nichia 519A into a Wuben XO with the Osram P9. So I'm going to swap out the P9 for one of these bad boys, these 519s. I have 5700 Kelvin, but I don't know what I'm gonna put those in. I mean, I could probably put them in here and it would look great, but I don't know. I might put them in my X2 because I de-domed those emitters and it just doesn't look clean, like the beam isn't clean. I'll have beam shots up soon, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And, okay, I'll tell you how I got this cap off. So, luckily I had seen that somebody had asked, you know, how do you get this off? And they said they put it like on the bottom of their boot and just twisted. So that's what I did. I literally, let me see something. I put it on the bottom of my boot and just twisted. I'm wondering if this comes apart. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people that they're burning their Fresnel lens. And how they do that is they're keeping their flashlight on turbo for too long. And I mean, that's just something you should be, you know, able to do, is to keep it on turbo. But for some reason, these lenses, well, I mean, it's a design flaw is what it is. The thing is the LED is way too close to the lens. All right, so I am going to this up like this. I'm telling you, this arm is awesome for working on flashlights. And I'm gonna start putting a link for like all my stuff in my videos, because I always have people asking me, you know, where did you get this? Where'd you get that? And I want to be able to tell them. And they did a good job soldering this. So I'm just going to take the contacts off real quick. And I have my soldering iron set at 750. But don't want to go above that. I don't want to keep this on here any longer than I need to. I don't know where the driver is, how close it is. Okay, there's that one. This is some different solder than they usually use. This is tough. have this much trouble, but this is kind of in my way. Way more difficult than it should have been. Get these screws on. Ooh, and one thing about this is, I've heard these are aluminum MCPCBs. I'll find out real quick. Yeah, see, it's aluminum. So I gotta be really careful. I hate aluminum MCPCBs. They become very brittle very quickly. Blue. Blue. Be quiet, please. I know you can't understand me, but shut up. Alright, so I gotta clean off this thermal paste off the back. Luckily the board's not too hot. That would worry me a little bit. It was really hot. Alright, so this little heat plate I have is awesome. It cost me $12 maybe on Amazon. It just works really well. So this one on the right, this is going to heat up real quick compared to this thick copper one. Put that in the middle. But yeah, whenever you're dealing with aluminum MCPCBs, you want to use as little heat as possible for a short amount of time. And usually I get these up to about, I get them up to about 180. But I don't think I'm gonna need to get it that hot. Alright, getting this stuff ready. Freaking solder paste, for some reason, decided to ooze out in my drawer. Oh well, survive. get that thing off as quickly as possible. Because if you apply too much heat to these boards, they literally just deteriorate. All right, so what the heck? I thought the P9 was a 3535. Like this one. Maybe this is a 3030. I thought these were 35s. Oh well, should still work. Sorry, you guys couldn't see what I was doing. Alright, so I'm looking at the size difference. So here's the P9, and here's the 519. And that's about a half a millimeter. But I thought this was supposed to be a 3535, and this one was too. Alright, well, either way, it'll work just fine. Alright, so the solder paste that I use, I'm gonna clean this board up. I use isopropyl alcohol, 100% or 99%. Took a DNA test, turns out I'm 99%. Alright, I'm sorry guys. It's been a long week. And then just I clean the board up a little bit. The only way to do that is to scrape it. Gosh, see, look at how thin that board is. So this is a 1.6. And this one is like a 1. You see the size difference? It's like the difference between a dime and a quarter. Alright, so I use Chip Quick. This stuff has silver in it, so it was more expensive. But I mean, you can use the stuff that has lead in it and be fine. I always wear gloves when I do this stuff, so I mean, nothing's gonna happen. Put the LED on, and with these Nichias, there's 2 little dots on the bottom right here, and that means that's the negative. So pop that little guy on there. There's 2 little holes right here. It's weird. Let's heat this sucker back up. Alright, so what I'm waiting for is the solder paste will actually turn into solder. And then it sucks underneath what's happening right now. Maybe you guys can see that. See how it's bubbling? So it's turning into liquid right now. There we go. You just tap down. Beautiful. Get rid of the solder balls. Alright, so now I'm gonna let the board cool, and before I even attach it back, I need to check and make sure that the contacts are good. The way I do that is I have a power supply that I got off Amazon for like 50 bucks, 50 or $60. And it works great. I've heard about some that you need to short them out before they'll even work. It's not the case with this one. I guess I'll leave a link for this as well, but I've had really good luck with it. Alright. And it has, so I can set my voltage, and then I can decide when I'm going to actually like let the current go to the alligator clips. All right, let me get rid of this. Let's cross our fingers that this actually works. Yay. All right, so we have good contact on the board. And it should be a little bit more cool now. Let's see if I can touch it. Now what I do is I go around and I check and make sure there's no solder balls in here. There's a little one right there, but that's actually okay. And you need to be really gentle with these LEDs. The white border around the LED will chips very quickly, or very easily. All right, so that's nice and clean. Now I'm gonna put it back in my XO. So, I'm gonna put a little thermal paste down. Oops. I'm gonna put a lot of thermal paste down. Not a little. And I need to check my contacts because when I was trying to remove this one, I ended up pulling some of the insulation off. So the driver's up there on the top by the button. Oh, that's good. That's good design. Normally, the drivers are behind the plate that the MCPCB sits on. And for that reason, I've burnt up a couple drivers. All right, let's put this in. goes back in. And you want to use the biggest, like, screwdriver head size that's possible for these little screws. You know, if you use something that's too small, you can potentially strip them out. I don't know about you. I don't want stripped out screws. Okay. Alright. So I'm just gonna tighten it down until it gives me a little bit of resistance, not too much. Oh, look at the thermal paste. Decided to come up and join the party. Alright, you need to get the fuck out of here, dude. I didn't invite you. Alright. It's like a little turd. Now I'm going to add a little bit of flux to the solder into the wires. It's supposed to help them bond. Let's check the tip. Looks like it could be tinned. You always want it tinned, nice and shiny. And then when I'm putting these contacts back on, use these pointy tweezers. They help me grab it much easier. This way I can push the contacts down into the solder a little easier. Gosh, this positive contact's been a pain in the ass. So it's soldered, there we go, but it's like not all the way in my little solder ball. Now it is. And then I give them a little tug. Beautiful, look at that. All right. So thanks for watching, guys. That is how you put a Nichia 519 in your Wuben Night XO. And these aren't scratches. That's thermal paste. Like that little shit that squirted out. And I do have a titanium XO as well. You guys see what it says on there? Mia from Wuben actually gave me this for one of my modifications on the Wuben T1. And I'm really grateful to her for that. I mean, this thing is just awesome. And the fact that it's laser engraved, you know, I'm gonna keep this light forever. This is gonna be my forever light. All right, so. put this back together, we'll go get some beam shots. Guys, so I'm here with my recently modified Wuben Night XO, and I have, so this is the Nichia version on the left, and then the Samsung Lh351d titanium version on the right. So the Nichia is brighter and throws further. You can tell the hot spot's more intense. And the Nichia is a 4500 Kelvin. I don't know what the Samsung is. It looks like it's about 4000 maybe, because it seems to be more warm than the 4500. Kind of makes me wish I would have got 3500s, but either way, looks good. So there's low, medium, high, turbo. I'm gonna do them one at a time. So, oh, blue. Sorry, my dog just decided to attack my tripod. All right. So this is the Samsung on turbo. And this is the Nichia on turbo. I'd say this is over, well, maybe about 1,000 lumens. You know, so just a little bit brighter, but it seems like there's more intensity. I didn't dedome this one because I did that with my Wuben X2s. My Wuben X2, and it just looked kind of funky. The beam, just, there's too many artifacts. Oops. Here's the Samsung. And the Nichia. And my Samsung's charged up more than my Nichia is. Oops. But the Nichia is still brighter. I don't know if you guys can tell. Alright, so I'm gonna go out with the Samsung first. So now I'm gonna do the Nichia. We'll start on moon. So Samsung on the right, Nichia on the left. Hey guys, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions for me, please leave something in the comments. I respond pretty quickly, and I'm always willing to help everybody. If you're new, please subscribe. It does help me out quite a bit. Helps me to keep making videos like I do, modifications and reviews. And I just have a lot of fun with flashlights. Anyways, you guys stay bright, and I'll see you on the next video.